What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another movie review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the more anticipated films to come out in the end of the year, and directed by my favorite filmmaker of all time, Steven Spielberg, and that is West Side Story. A remake of the 1961 movie version, and yet again, West Side Story is back. An adaptation of the 1957 musical West Side Story explores forbidden love and the rivalry between the Jets and the Sharks, two teenage street gangs of different ethnic backgrounds. Now, I was very excited going into West Side Story after all the delays it got last year. It got moved to this year, and just me being a Broadway musical fan, lover, West Side Story was a Broadway musical I wasn't fully familiar with. Of course, I watched the 1961 original version. I did Broadway musicals growing up, but I was never in this one, so I never had a big nostalgic factor for West Side Story. Now, I, like many people, was not very excited about hearing the idea they were doing another West Side Story movie, but it kind of makes sense. And the director, I was very excited about the director, Steven Spielberg. It's freaking Steven Spielberg. He's my favorite filmmaker of all time. Can you guys believe that we're still getting movies today from the man that directed Jaws, Jurassic Park, the Indiana Jones movies, Schindler's List? 2021 has also been the year of musical movies. We've had In the Heights, Tick, Tick, Boom, Vivo, Encanto, so many musical movies, and now West Side Story. The question is, does West Side Story 2021 improve upon the original, and is it the best musical movie of the year? You'll have to find out later. This movie is definitely better than the 1961 version in pretty much almost every aspect, not every aspect, but this movie is really good. It is a fantastic movie. I was definitely really impressed in a lot of aspects and not impressed in some. But I think this movie will please a lot of people. It is a very good movie. Production design is flawless. I mean, once this movie opens up, it just, the sets and everything look totally realistic. It brings you back to this time period. Steven Spielberg just knows what he's doing when he brings you back to certain time periods, and the production design in this movie is out in this world. The way he brings you in to New York City in these urban environments. You see the Jets, you see the Sharks, you see how much they hate each other, how much they want to kill each other, and just the urban world that Spielberg brings you into. It is just immaculate. The lighting is perfection. The streets, everybody, the costumes. The costume design in this movie is out of this world, but it's Steven Spielberg. He is the star of this movie. The way he directs this movie, the way he gets every character in frame, just, there's no one out there better right now than Spielberg doing what he does. Now let's go on to the performances in this movie. I thought the performances, for the most part, were very good. I want to start with Rachel Zegler, who is the newest actress in this movie, and she had a really tough task, because this is her very first movie. And I know nothing about her. She's got some upcoming movie projects, which I'm interested in. For the most part, she did a very good job in this movie, but not perfect. We'll get to that in the negatives. And my goodness, she has the voice of an angel. She has such a lovely voice. And whenever she is just acting with other characters besides one, I thought she delivered. She was fantastic. And her singing was off the charts. And Ansel Elgort, who plays Tony, he has to counterpart Maria, the other lead character in here. Now, Ansel Elgort, I won't get into the personal stuff, but I thought him as Tony was pretty good, not perfect, but I do think as well some of his singing wasn't perfect, but some scenes when he's not singing with Maria is very good, and I thought Ansel Elgort, for the most part, did a good job as Tony. Can I just say my two favorite performances in this movie by far are Ariana DeBose as Anita. She was my favorite character in the movie by far. And David Alvarez as Bernardo. I thought they were the best parts of this movie. Their chemistry is off the charts. I just really bought them as a couple, and just their rage and their performances were so realistic. especially Ariana DeBose as Anita. I could definitely see her getting nominated for supporting actress. And the character of Bernardo, who is the leader of the Sharks. And you could totally see just the outrage and the hate they have with the Jets and just the Puerto Rican descent. And I just thought David Alvarez did a fantastic job as Bernardo and just really diving into that hate relationship with the Jets and the Sharks. And I also really enjoyed the Jets aspect in here because you could totally see different sides of why they hate each other, why they want to kill each other. And you don't want them to fight each other, but you totally understand reasons why they don't like each other. All the songs in this movie are very classic and iconic and definitely an improved upon from the 1961 version. I do think the Tonight song is probably going to be the most popular song people are going to remember, and it's really lovely. Again, Rachel Zegler's voice is beautiful, such an angel. When it comes to the negatives, they aren't like big gigantic negatives, but a big issue in this movie for me is Tony and Maria's relationship. Now, I thought Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler, as their characters for the most part, did a good job. But whenever Tony and Maria were together in here, I didn't buy it. I also kind of felt like Rachel Zegler kind of overacts whenever she is with Tony in this movie, and it just didn't really work for me. Whenever Tony and Maria, they fall in love with each other, it's really cute and adorable, and they're singing with each other, and certain conflicts, I'm like, I do not buy that. Something really horrible just went down, and you still have feelings for this guy? It is so unrealistic. I was just like, how is this happening? It's probably the most unrealistic relationship of 2021. Like, I just did not buy Tony and Maria as a couple in this movie. While it is adorable in some aspects, it's just totally unrealistic. And it was the same way in the 1961 movie. I also felt the third act was kind of the most flawed of the film, while the ending of this movie is really powerful. If you've seen the Broadway show, you know what happens, but I thought it was brutal and realistic, but it's probably the most jumbled compared to the first two acts and didn't fully work for me. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts on West Side Story 2021, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you like this review, definitely hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button for weekly reviews, ranking videos, as well as just all movie content. I do tons of things on this channel, and you're not going to want to miss what's coming out on the channel this month. Steven Spielberg's West Side Story is definitely an improvement over the 1961 movie. I definitely really liked it for the most part. It's got good performances in it, great songs, fantastic production design. Just the relationship is unrealistic, and it wasn't perfect, but I think this movie will please a lot of audience members. So definitely go see West Side Story 2021. On my rating scale, Steven Spielberg's West Side Story gets an A-. So yeah, guys, that was my thoughts on Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. Which version is the best one? The 1961 version or this one? Let me know in the comments and let me know your thoughts on the movie. Guys, look forward to my Don't Look Up review that will be coming out as well very soon, and tons of announcements coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!